Alright fellas, first of all, of course, thanks for rocking with me. And as a matter of fact, this video is an appreciation video. This is a thank you to y'all for showing me so much love and so much support. So we're going to get into single back ace close. You saw the plays that were there. Those three passing plays I actually use a lot. I always come out in double cross, but I use all three of them a lot. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to show you how we're bombing every single coverage using these different plays for 30+ yards, using different plays, different receivers, even tight ends. So we're going to go through every coverage, showing all the different setups that we're using specifically to get big chunk yards down the field. After that, we'll go over some gameplay, showing those in game, and then later on in the video we'll go through some of the base plays or progression routes. So this is double cross, and you see we motion out Tyreke here versus cover 2. We got Mecole Hardman straight up the middle. So what happens is we already have a corner on the short side of the field, and we just hot route Travis Kelce to a corner as well, block the running back, put up dual streaks, and then you want to motion out the receiver to the short side of the field. Now this is out of bench, so we're doing a motion post out of bench with the wheel behind it. This is also in the base play / progression reads, but as you'll see, that motion post gets deep downfield on the sideline, and like I said, we're going to show all these in game. So next we're going to show PA cross. PA cross is becoming probably my favorite play to use, because I got so many setups out of it that are just amazing. You'll see as we progress. So this motion corner against cover 2 is money. Sometimes you'll have to possession catch that on the sidelines, but if you catch that with space, you can actually run that straight up the sideline for a touchdown. And I've done that, and I have an example of it in game. This setup splits the safeties, and Tyreke ends up over the top. See, so we've shown a bomb with Tyreke, we've shown one with Mecole. And you'll see, like I said, we're using different receivers, we're using different plays, we're coming from different angles. So our opponent's not going to know. I mean, we have these motions that we're using, sometimes in progression plays, sometimes in the bomb plays. And we're going to give ourselves these reads underneath, of course. Now we're going to go and have a look at this, how this all plays out against cover 3. As always, we're going against the Pats. We're going against nickel because we want to play against the best, and we want to make sure we're playing against DBs. So this is that same setup from double cross. We're always going to motion Tyreke out, and you see the outside corner bites down on Kelce's corner route, so that gets Mecole wide open. So the motion to Tyreke isn't completely necessary against cover 3 at all, because he'll bite regardless. But for cover 2, it gives him so much more space, so I just like to keep it consistent. And now here we go. This is the bench setup again. We're going to take a look at cover 3, and because there are so many different setups we're doing, we're not going to go into instant replay and take a look at everything, fellas. So if you need to, rewind it, take a look, see what you like, see what you don't like. Take it into the lab. Alright, so we're going to show that again. Yeah, see, so with that one, I actually threw it a little early. So what I do here, this next time it doesn't even come out. But I'm going to do it a third time because I want to show what the timing looks like, because he actually gets a little more open. So like I said, the first one I do kind of early, still made the catch, but it's closer than it actually is if you time it correctly. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to wait maybe half a second longer, and Tyreke's actually going to be plenty open. You see that DB now, he's running upfield with the wide receiver. So that's what it actually really looks like against cover 3 if you take your time. Now PA cross, I'm going to show you something very interesting about PA cross. We'll do this. Oh, hold on. First we'll do this motion setup. Now this motion setup I typically like against cover 2 and anything with 2 high safeties other than cover 4 really. You'll get a couple things open like this against cover 3 and cover 4. It's tight against the cover 4 drop. But match coverages and cover 2 is when I really like that motion corner. But this bomb setup to the post to Tyreke. Against cover 3, this does come open. It takes a little while though. You see he's got to drag all the way across the field to get past this defender's face. Now what I'm going to show you is against cover 3, if you actually flip this and do it without motion to the receiver, it's more effective. You're going to get 7 points regardless, but you take less time, and that's always good because you got these guys shedding blocks out here the last few weeks. So watch. because he just has less ground to cover, right? So it's a much more efficient pass if you suspect cover 3. So you see, like I said, we're bombing everything. Now from cover 3, I think we're gonna move on to cover 4 drop. Cover 4 drop, the first setup you'll see it works, but only because Tyreke and Mecole are so fast. So I'll do it if I have to, but if I know it's cover 4 drop and I'm trying to bomb it, I probably wouldn't go to this, because I prefer to know that I beat him out. I manipulated the coverage, so I don't have to worry about, well, is he actually gonna beat this guy, or if it's man coverage, then you got to deal with that. But as far as zones go, I'd much rather know that the zone is manipulated and there should be space to make the catch. But like I said, if you got to, go for it. Get some speed demons on your team. So you see I use tight end apprentice, not for many plays. So if you got a tight end, great. With the apprentice routes, great. If you don't, you'll be okay, because for the most part, the out route does the same thing that the corner routes does in terms of pulling zones. So that's cover 4 drop. I'm pretty sure that's what that was. And yeah, so I actually, against cover 4 drop, I'm going to use this more as a progression read. So you'll see the drag gets nice and open, the wheel route gets naked, and you'll see I have some really good setups to get this wheel upfield for 20 yards and more. Yeah, so cover 4 drop, that's not my move against cover 4 drop. Not if I'm trying to bomb it. Because remember, that's what the first part of this video is. We're really just out here bombing coverages. And this, like I said, I'm using mostly against cover 2 and the match coverages. Like cover 6, cover 9, 4 quarters and 4 palms. I'm not really using this against 4 drop either. Now, interestingly enough, the plan was to do this as 2 parts. I was just going to do all these bomb plays now and do the progression plays later, but I ended up jumping in game after the Cowboys game last night against the Eagles, and I was taking some mental reps, and I was just thinking of all these things I could do. So I went ahead and jumped into practice, and so much of it worked out that I realized I had some stuff I could put together. And then I jumped in game, and I managed to run enough of it in game that I felt comfortable enough to go ahead and just add it to the video. So I hope y'all appreciate that. But here you go. See, so you see the PA cross setup. That's where I'm going against cover 4 if I need to throw a ball. If I need to get a touchdown against cover 4 drop, that's where you'll find me most likely. So it's gonna start to get fun when you start to see some of the things that we're doing with the tight ends. If you catch anybody in match coverage, you're gonna just expose them with the tight ends. But anyway, we'll get there. All right, so here we go. I went back. Oh, this is man coverage. Yeah, so we went to cover 1. It looked like. So no, at one point I went back to cover 3 match, which is entirely unnecessary. Yeah, so this was man, absolutely. All right, so we're just trying to see how much. You see, Kelsey was probably the move there, and of course you see Tyreke. So those guys always getting over the top 1 streaks against man unless the right adjustments are made. But the truth is, against man, a lot of times I'll quick call bench, because you got 2 out routes that usually do good work. The corners are alright, but I really look for the out routes first. And then these 2 underneath routes kill man, especially Tyreke's route right there. And of course this is symmetrical, so you can flip this around any way you like. The defense would never know. It could be Mecole on that route, it could be Tyreke on that route. It's whatever, but those 2 underneath routes really do well against man. And you catch that and get upfield for yards, especially if you got these fast dudes and Tyreke has grab and go. So you want to think about all these abilities you're using on your receivers. So there you go. Of course, Tyreke's gonna beat man when he makes that cut, and that's Stephon Gilmore. So if he's beating him, he's beating everybody. And that again was the bench motion post setup. So now we're gonna take a look at the PA cross setups. So this is when we motion the corner. Now what happens? This motion corner actually does well, but what happens is you want to let it go earlier as soon as he makes his break, and you kind of want to lead him upfield, but it doesn't get open all the time, and that isn't really a man beating route combination. Like if I think it's man, I'm not calling that. However, I tell you this, Hardman's route gets good separation against man. That crosser, if you have another second, there you go. He does really well against man. So if you set up this play because you think it's cover 3 or you think it's a zone, you see them following you, you think it's man, see if you can hold out and hit that Hardman route. Alright, so here we go. And again, if he beats his man, that's Tyreke on this motioned out post. If he beats his man, which he's going to, it's pretty much just about getting past that deep safety, which is the same thing you're doing in cover 3, right? That said, of course, you can flip this play the same way you do against cover 3. So if you see single high, flipping this play and running it to the short side of the field is always the way to go. But anyway, we'll take this completion and we'll keep it moving. There's no reason to waste any time because this is a very long video. I think we're over an hour. So as always, I've included some timestamps. I actually gotta update the timestamps to include the footage I put in last night. But there will definitely be timestamps so you can get your way through it. By the way, there's also a bonus at the end of this. I'll make sure that's in the description. Some of y'all that were rocking with me from early know I put out a video some time ago with the 4-6 defense showing what I was doing Lamar Jackson and a bunch of different things. But there was a game, or maybe even 2 specifically, against Lamar Jackson where we shut him down. So that still works. That setup still works. And the end of this video, I'll show 3 or 4 snaps where I use it, and I'll let you know exactly what it is I'm doing. And it's very easy, and it stops Lamar in his tracks. But anyway, back to this. We're going up against cover 2 right now, and very similar to cover 1. I'm not going to use too much time with the man coverages because, like I said, this is a long video. It's a lot of setups to go through, and we're going over every coverage with each one of these setups for the bomb plays. So I don't want to bore you guys. You know what beats man. I know what beats man. Here's that bench setup, and of course Tyreke's going to get right across the field on his man. So it's just about watching those safeties, and they're dropping back. So you got space. You drop it in for, what's that, 35 yards or so. Now PA cross, I don't really care much for the motioned over corner, but when you motion him out as a post, he does very well against man, that is. So keep that in mind. He does a better job. And like I said, with the motion corner, I do get him over the top of man sometimes, and it works. But if I think it's man, I'm not going to go to that play. But I definitely would motion out the post without a second's hesitation. So here we go. Here goes the motion over post. And I think this is a good example of him actually beating his man and getting into space. Nope, it isn't. So we hit Mecole. And Mecole's route is going to get separation against man. I want to say 9 times out of 10. I've only been in the offense for a minute, so I can't say that I've had anybody stop that against man yet, to be completely honest. But I don't think anything's 100%, so I'll just go with 9 times out of 10. Alright, so we're going to do a little bit against cover 0. And you guys already know with cover 0. For the most part, I'm not really setting up these long developing plays. I'm really trying to get the ball out of my hands. We got a lucky catch there, and we were lucky not to be sacked. But if I'm seeing cover 0, I'm just going to set up a little bit more protection, put out 1 or 2 if I need to go over top. But if not, I'll run these 2 crossing routes and just let it be what it is. I'm figuring out my protections better in game, so you won't see that here, and I'm pretty sure I take a couple sacks because of it, and then because it's practice mode and pass rushers are just better anyway. But yeah, see, so B and X do a good job against man coverage in general. That double cross is nice. The bench works very nice, of course. So you'll have options against zone, you'll have options against man. There's no doubt about it. Alright, I think we're going to do this one more time. Yeah, see, now you see I used the delay fade because, of course, that gets you to block better, and it keeps back any green dog blitzer if that's what the defense is actually doing. And then there you see, catch that, turn it, run up the field. I mean, 0 blitzes, your opponent really better be on top of the game if they're sending 0 blitzes. They're very easy to beat this year. And then bench, like I said, I really like bench against man. It was box there, no doubt about it, though. And I might have called it a day and moved on to the match coverages after that. Yeah, we don't need to waste much time with man. So I'll just go into the plays to make sure there wasn't anything else I wanted to do. Throw a quick one. And now we'll move on. And by the way, fellas, I do use the stretch and I do use the zone run. More and more effective with it as the games go on. I actually do need to spend some time in the lab to see how it works against what to look for and all those things. I haven't really done that. I haven't done it at all, to be completely honest. I'm just trying to get this passing plays put together. And they're effective runs regardless, but of course, once you, just like the pass, if you really check it out and know how to work it, it's going to work better, right? Now here, I went and put cover 3 match on the field, and the truth of the matter is I probably don't do too many snaps against cover 3 match, because I don't know if y'all know, but cover 3 match has rules, and cover 3 match isn't going to be cover 3 match against a tight look like this. Essentially, it's just cover 3. Yeah, you have to have receivers lined up out wide, and I think the tight ends can't be attached to the line of scrimmage in order for the match rules to actually take effect. So right now, you're watching me pretty much in an exercise of redundancy, but it's all right. Like I said, I won't do it for long. I think I just bombed it one time using the PA cross setup. Is that what I'm doing right now? Nope. I'm doing the bench setup. I think after this we do the PA cross setup, because I definitely didn't stay in cover 3 match for long. Trying not to waste you guys' time, and trying not to waste mine either, to be completely honest. But you see, and again, that reiterates what I said against cover 3. If you wait long enough, he does get wide open over there. And this is definitely the PA cross setup coming up. We've already flipped it. So now you definitely want an out breaking route. So this out does, that's fine. But what you don't need is that curl that I put to the tight end that's on the opposite side of the out route and the hitch. And the hitch, by the way, I've been actually using a flat more lately. I've been finding that's more effective in terms of rolling out, having an option, and also pulling down zones, or just making those zones conflict in terms of, is it going to play that route, is it going to play the out route, or the angle route, depending which side of the field I'm on. So yeah, I've been using that a lot. I still use the hitch, but I've been using the flat route and finding it quite effective. So what we're going to do now is get into cover 4 drop. I'm sorry, cover 4 match. And this is palms. We're starting with palms. And you'll see there's something about those palms coverages and the way they handle that streak. It's the same thing that was happening in my other offenses. That streak right there just exposes cover 4 palms. So let's go see what else we got against palms. Yeah, we'll just quick snap and bench just to see what happens there, because match coverage and man beating routes, of course. If Mecole's mossing people, the defense is in for a long day. Alright, I think we get back into the setups now though. Hey, here we go. So here's the motion double poach setup. And you'll see Reek find space over there. He's finding space over there against most coverages. No doubt about that. Excuse me. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what's going on with our post setup. I'm sorry, motion corner setup out of PA cross. Do you see the tight end? Do you see what I see? I'm going to show you again. I'm telling you, this tight end is going to get butt naked against all these match coverages. I mean, completely naked. And the X route still gets open. That's the motion corner still gets open against most. See, so you see he's wide open now. You can throw it, you can throw it, you can throw it. Now the defender is going over to him. So the read now would actually be to throw it to the corner. So fellas, this offense is really bombing defenses in multiple ways, out of multiple looks, using multiple plays, and just multiple receivers. I mean, we got the tight end just butt naked against multiple coverages. So if that's going to be the case, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop. And I mean, I've gone in game 3 times now. I have highlights of all 3 games, and I've managed to have a lot of success. And this is, I mean, just imagine how it's going to look after you're in the offense for a week or 2. You know, you lab it up, you start to get experience, you really start to get a feel for these reads. Because, I mean, the reads and the timing are what offense is all about. So I know that once I've been in this offense for a little bit longer, of course I'll put out some gameplays and it's gonna look 10 times better than what it looks like now. And then not just the spacing, the time, and the reads, but also setting up the blocks. I mean, I'm doing a better job setting up my protections game 3 than it was in game 1. So once all those intricacies are figured out, this offense is gonna be unbelievable, especially once I pair it with U-trips and motion and I audible into single back bunch if I need a tough inside run. And oh look, Tyreke can't catch. He was wide open though, you see? And that's the PA cross motioned out post. So you see we're getting over the top. And like I said, this is just the first part of the offense with these bomb plays. At the end of the video, what was intended for volume 2, I guess you could call it a sneak peek, because I didn't do the base plays against every coverage. I really just ran through them so you can see what the setups are. And if anybody needs, I can go ahead and do it against every coverage for a quick update later in the week. But I mean, you're gonna take it in the lab anyway, so if you don't want me to, you know, it's neither here nor there. I'm going to regardless for myself. But I didn't want to because one, I didn't have the time last night. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning, and then two, this video, as I said before, is actually very long already. So just trying to think of ways not to waste everybody's time. Because with progression things, it's really about the progression and just going through those progressions and making that read. So what zone it is or coverage it is doesn't matter as long as you go through your progressions. Now, watch with these cover 4 matches. You see the 2 middle safeties? You see, oh, well, the only 2 safeties. You see how they both jump inwards right fast? You're going to see that against palms and against quarters. And you know, when you see that out of this double cross setup with the double corners, because that's what we turn double cross into. When you see that, it's Mecole or Tyreke, either one of them. They're both wide open because nobody's running down the field with them. So there we go, just quick snap and bench again. And now we're gonna set up the motion post out of bench. And here we go, motion Tyreke over. And let's see what we get. All right, so you see the drag is wide open. So that you got to make the read. If you call this play and you see that drag open, don't wait on the post. Hit that drag. It's a surefire way to get into trouble. In fact, you'll see in the first couple games, I took a lot of sacks, but I was actually obviously trying to make content for the ebook. So in doing that, you're kind of forcing some things and ignoring some reads that you would typically make. And then I wouldn't call shot plays 90% of my plays either. I called a lot of shot plays. When I was doing the timestamps, man, it was hilarious. Real quickly though, watch Travis Kelce again. Do you see him? Do you see any defenders though? It's like Travis Kelce's out here playing pitch and catch with Patrick Mahomes against these match coverages, man. But yeah, so in the games when I was doing the timestamps, I was laughing because I mean you putting some detail in. It's like completion to Mecole for 30, completion to Tyreke for 40, completion for 70, completion for 80. I mean, I'm not joking, guys. Take a quick look at the timestamps and look at all those bombs in there, and these are in game, so they work, fellas. And if you're looking for an explosive offense, get yourself some fast receivers and run this offense. And remember, we got that U-trips in the same book. You don't need a custom. If you got a custom, you can grab these and rock it still. But we're doing this, and we're gonna build on this Patriots offense. This is gonna be my baby. I'm adopting the Patriots offense for the rest of the, I don't know, month or so. This is a new month. Yeah, we're gonna rock this for at least November, and I'm gonna try to stay away from bunch, trips tight end, and all those sorts of things. I actually suck at bunch anyway. All right, so here we go. The double cross play, and we got Mecole. And you guys already know cover 6 and cover 6 invert. That streak again, the same as palms. That streak's gonna get behind easy. So there's no question about that. Now we're gonna do the bench motion post setup. The streak actually doesn't look bad there. That looked like it could possibly be an inside pass lead. Might have to play around with that. But you see the post does well. Now we get into our PA cross setups. here we go. Remember what I told you about these match coverages? Look at my man Kelsey. Look at my man Kelsey. And now remember, we doing all these motions and we hitting Tyreke all over the place and Mecole all over the place. So the users are going to be chasing those two fast receivers. Kelsey is going to sit naked in the middle of the field just like this. I don't think I actually have a shot of me getting one of these in game. I don't, because I haven't had a match coverage run against me, or at least I didn't realize it was one of those match coverages and have the right play code. But as soon as I get one, I'm gonna post it, even if it's just a 15-second video of me throwing that one pass, because it's absolutely hilarious how open it gets. All right, PA Cross. All right, so we're gonna do the motioned out post setup, and he gonna get over top. That motion out post is beating, I want to say everything. Did anything stop that? I don't know. It's better to the short side against a couple coverages, but for the most part, getting over the top of everything. Two high safety, single high safety. It's giving everybody hell. Are we gonna set it up again? Yeah, looks like we're gonna try it one more time. Alright, and we're running past DB who's lit up. I mean, I'm lit up as well, as is Travis Kelce. But he's standing still. He's not even worrying about us. But do you see how open that is, though? I mean, again, fellas, you're seeing me do it against different coverages. You're seeing me do it from different plays. If you're looking for an offense, if you're tired of the offense you're in, if it's not effective, I'm telling you, this is the one for you. We are about 30 minutes in, and we still got 40 minutes to go. Like I said, you're going to see some gameplay, but you're also going to see, because what you're seeing right now isn't the whole offense. These are the bomb plays. So towards the end of the video, and it's in the timestamps if you're tired of watching these and you want to go take a look at what else is going on. Towards the end of the video, we got some progression play setups as well. And it's a lot of material, so take your time with it. Like I said, there are timestamps. Don't try to master everything one time. You probably want to just take a handful, and you probably just want to take that handful of plays and just master them. You know, work on them. Work on a few at a time. And there I go, quick snap and bench again. Which means we're probably doing the motion post next. Yeah, absolutely. So here goes the motion post. Let's see how well that does. Tyreke's running across the field. Look at Y. Yeah, Y is a good read. I actually didn't see that until right now, so I'm absolutely going back into the lab and I'm gonna run this setup and see what else Y's toasting, because that Y against the last two coverages looks like he can be hit right up the middle. Watch him now. So it looks like both of our tight ends are getting into business too. I mean, Kelsey was smoking some coverages, but Seals Jones is as well. So hey, make sure you got a fast enough tight end if you can as well. Imagine if that was Darren Waller. Who else we got? You got the boy Ruggs on Oakland squad. Yeah, you got some speed on Oakland squad. Oakland squad might be fun with this. You wouldn't have the apprentice route to the tight end, but like I said, you can work without it. So hey, if y'all do this with any other squads, let me know. Let me know how it works out. Matter of fact, I think I might take Oakland in game. Yeah, I'm gonna take Oakland in game. But that tight end's definitely getting open. I'm gonna take Oakland in game and give it a shot. Probably this afternoon. Who else has a fast tight end? I know the Saints, and then they actually have apprentice routes to the halfback and to Thomas. I could probably see if I could cook up something different there. But the truth is, with the Saints, oh look at Kelsey. It's beautiful. But the truth is, with the Saints, I really do dink and dunk. So I'm not gonna mess around with them. The receivers are slow. They got fast tight end but slow receivers. The Giants have a fast tight end, but there's no way in hell I'm using the Giants. Not as a Cowboys fan. Same goes for the Eagles, and the Eagles have track speed everywhere. The Panthers are very fast. That's another one to think about. And they got fast DBs too. And then Christian McCaffrey just insane. That might be fun. Who's the quarterback? Teddy B? What's his throw power like? I have to look into that. Anyway, Let's see where we go next. Oh, all them boys on fire right now. Is it cover 9 time, I think? I feel like we did 6 and 6 invert, right? We'll know. We'll know. Okay, so we're starting with the post motion out. And... oh, yeah, so we forgot to do it against that coverage. That's why we came back here. We got a little excited about that bench setup. But you can see he got open there. And we'll do it again. We will do it again. Gladly. Wide open. Yeah. Money. Man. You guys are going to laugh when you see the gameplay. I mean, it's just bombs. Left, right, and center. Left, right, and center. But interestingly enough, I feel like the progression read footage is my favorite. Oh, that's not a good read. No, I didn't even see that other DB there. I remember and threw that. Oh, that's not gonna work that way. Worth a check, but it's not gonna work that way. But yeah, so I was saying, as far as gameplay goes, I prefer the progression read. It's probably because that tends to be how I play. I'll throw a bomb here and there, but I mean, when I tell you I was trying to throw a bomb almost every play, I almost felt bad. But it was a lot of fun. When I go back and look at it, it's a lot of fun to realize the potential of this offense. Look at both these guys. I mean, is anyone near either one of them? You're going to be able to decide who you want to give touchdowns to against certain coverages. You're going to be able to just look and say, okay, cover 9. So is it going to be Tyreke? Why not? Throw it to Mecole. I mean, this is absolutely insane. Y'all have got to try this, and y'all have got to tell me how you do with it, man. Like I said, this offense is absolutely for y'all. Y'all been showing me so much love over there in the Discord. I just felt like I had to put out something, and I think I'm proud of what I put out. I think y'all gonna love this. And if y'all have any problems with it, y'all have any questions, you know how to get me. Hit me up, because I absolutely want to make sure you're comfortable with it. I want to make sure you're having fun with it, and I want to make sure you're giving them hell. So let's get into PA cross now. So Tyreke's supposed to get open over there because this is the cover 2 side, right? Yeah, Tyreke's open, but look at T cows. I mean, again, like I just said, some of these plays you're gonna be able to choose who you want to throw the bomb to. And you're like, Tyreke only has 200 yards this game. Kels has about 215, so let's get Tyreke one. You know what I mean? What else you got to do with your time, right? So here we're gonna do some gameplays now. So this is the very first game I'm running this offense against the Pittsburgh Steelers Sertone, and this dude's offense was pretty good actually. He was keeping the pace with me for a minute, but I always end up turning it up on defense. And that's pretty much why I don't mind jumping into games so quickly with these new offenses, because I'm confident in my defense. So you see there we got an effective run, 4 yards. Now what we doing? It looks like we're setting up the double cross setup. This was the first one I found, so it was my favorite at first. And then of course, you know, the more you play, you start realizing what's more effective, or I don't know, just feels like more your speed, I guess you could say. Now I threw that one, shouldn't have thrown that. There was somebody on him, so you got to come down and make your reads, of course. And I mean, like I said, I'm 3 games in and I wouldn't throw that now. The first game, I mean, you know, you're out here trying to force stuff. I'm still trying to force some things, but I'm learning. So let's see what we do. Oh, we're going to do the same setup. If those 2 safeties that wide, there's no way he stops this one. Yeah, this is absolutely a touchdown, just so y'all know. Mecole Hardman, pass lead inside. See you later. And there's going to be a lot of that. All right, let's get back into it. By the way, I sub out Sammy Watkins for Mecole Hardman manually, because in trips I like Watkins as the number 2 receiver. I like Mecole in the slot. And then the audibles, of course, you just throw in stretch and you got to throw in bench. Everything else is already set up for you. I come out in double cross. So here I go. This is the PA cross motion setup. And Reek, see, now that was against cover 0. See, so remember I said he will beat man sometimes. So you just glance over there and see how he's doing. And then a lot of times you know what the matchup is beforehand too. So if you know you got a favorable matchup, you go for it. What we got here? Yeah, this is a run. All right, we run a stretch. But see, so we're going to use the same motions and all that. And he lights me up right here, actually. But we'll use the same motions for different plays and for different runs. And, you know, but we're not really giving our opponents any tails. I think we're going to try to get the underneath routes here. Oh, we're looking for a wheel route. See, so I do a lot of these wheel flats and wheels with the out route, all that sort of thing. But y'all know, that's effective in Madden. Alright, so 3rd and 5. What is the call? Are we going with those underneath routes now? Yeah, it makes sense. Hardman's open. Good pass. Would have done well to turn that up a little bit quicker, but no big deal. So I think we did a good job of getting a bunch of pass plays in this video. We'll see. But like I said, I didn't get the bomb to Kelsey in game. I didn't get that in game. But everything else, I'm pretty sure we caught at least once. One thing I've started doing with bench in situations like this is I started smart routing both of those out routes. Pick up a lot of first downs that way. Oh yeah, so here's the bench motion post setup. Tyreke is just a distraction on this play though. There's no way I think I'm hitting that from 9 yards out. And you see how easily the running back just walked into the end zone there. So 14-21, I'm telling y'all, his offense was decent. He stayed on top of things, man. But I don't think he scores more than 21. As a matter of fact, he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't. So his decent offense just got the brakes put on him. But he's got Fitzpatrick out there. He's playing smart. You see him. He knows Tyreke's coming, and that's okay. I'll take a 5-yard run with Patty. Alright. Alright, so we come out in double cross. We flip the play because we're on the right hash. But again, this is a symmetrical offense. So he would never even know what you're doing. And that bench, you're gonna be able to get that that corner. You're gonna be able to get it for sure sometimes. I hit the out route more than the corners, but the corner is there sometimes. It's not as good as it was last year, but it's there sometimes. Just gotta make your reads, fellas. All right, we motioning over Tyreke again on the motion corner out of PA cross. And what do we have? Oh, I remember this play. I was actually throwing that pass before I even snapped the ball. Horrible mistake, obviously, and it's one that I tend to make early in labbing, where you're like, oh, I want to throw this route. I gotta break out of that habit, but I've been saying that since Madden 19, so I don't know if I'm going to. But the more comfortable I get with offenses, of course, you don't see that sort of silly mistake, because that's exactly what it is. It's very silly, and I'm pretty sure I take a sack right here. I took a few sacks early on. Yeah, I took a few sacks early on. But like I said, I'm learning the protections now, so not taking as many sacks, and we'll see. I'm gonna hop into game at some point today, so I'll put some gameplay footage up. And look, you take these drags and just turn them into 25-yard gains. I mean, you don't have to throw the ball for 20 yards. You got these two fast dudes underneath, and they're gonna get separation on these. And I'm saying drags, they're actually shallow routes. They're a little bit deeper than drags. Especially the one over here to that Tyreke will be on right now. But I don't think I'm in that play right now. What do we call it? Oh, okay. So we're doing the double corner motion out streak, whatever you want to call it, out of double cross. The double cross bomb play. That's what we're gonna call it. The double cross bomb play. Because there's only one I do out of double cross, right? Yeah. All right, now we're in PA cross. Because it looks like cover 2, so I'm going to do the motion corner. Yeah, absolutely. And let's see, how do we do? Yep, Reek's open. And this is one, I shouldn't have possession caught that. I should have racked that and got it upfield. I could have turned the corner and got that to the end zone. But this is no big deal. Because the truth is, when you're trying to get content, you're better off with a few more offensive snaps than not. And you'll see I actually do that in the last game when I'm doing the progression reads. I scored a touchdown and my opponent ended up with a penalty, and I accepted the penalty so that I wouldn't have the touchdown and I could take a few more snaps, because I knew I wasn't going to play more than one game last night. Like I said, it was 1 o'clock when I was doing the practice stuff, so by the time I got in game, And I didn't post all the practice stuff, obviously. Once I found the setups, I did a new recording where I just ran through them real quickly. So once I got in game, by the time I got in game, it was probably like, I want to say 2, maybe 2 a.m. So I was going to get as much out of that one game as possible. Actually, my intention was to just do one drive. But there you go. That's the double cross setup again. Easy touchdown. Yeah, so like I said, he doesn't score anymore. So we're on defense right now, but when the defense does things like this, I'm gonna let it be shown. Watch me bake this underneath route. He thought I was out of there, and I knew he was looking for it because he had hit that a couple times, and I almost got home on him. So anyway, that was halftime. And what happens in the second half? I feel like I throw another interception because no, I don't. That's a different game, I think. But we'll see. There's no sense me trying to remember. My brain ain't as good as it used to be. Oh yeah, I didn't cut this out because it's 10 seconds extra. No big deal. But Sir Tone 420, I gotta say, that's a good name. 420 over there. Yeah, it should be Sir Toke 420. But I mean, neither here nor there. I'm sure he has his reasons. Yeah, so I came out using the U-trips for about 3 or 4 snaps, just because. I didn't bomb him. I think I hit Kelsey once and Tyreke once. And when I hit Tyreke, I shouldn't have. And then I hit Watkins. And to be completely honest, Sammy on that dig was open. Look at this, every snap. Sammy's open. But anyway, I was really just doing this. Sometimes you do this just to show somebody, oh, by the way, I do have something else I can come out in. Because I'm spamming ace close. And you come out in this and just give them the business. And they'll be like, oh, man, that ace close isn't his best offense? Yeah, but anyway, by the time I start mixing these two together, probably next week is when I'll be playing proper. Because right now I'm still trying to do a lot of things out of ace close. I got a little bit more of the U-trip stuff coming out. I'm working on that. But right now, my focus is the ace close, and then I actually have a little interesting running scheme out of the Denver Broncos offense that doesn't feature these fast receivers and all that stuff. You know, it's just a decent little running offense. I think y'all might like it. It's something I'll switch up to every now and again when I'm just feeling the need to change up. You know, sometimes you get bored and you want to do something different. That's actually what got me into labbing the way I do. Because I just change my offense every 2 weeks. Figure I may as well record it and put it out to help people. Alright, so you see we're actually doing pretty good with this run. The stretch is getting out there. One game I switched from the stretch to the toss to try it out, and I got blown up for a 3-yard loss and immediately went back to the stretch. So I do want to try the toss because I know the toss has been good this year. Some say it's been better than stretch. So I definitely want to try it. It could just be that one play I sucked and my opponent had the right defense called. So I definitely don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater just yet. Alright, so after a couple of effective runs, I think it's time to get out here and throw the ball. We do take a sack somewhere down here. I remember that. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, definitely take a sack. Alright, so we're seeing single high now. Quick snap, hit one of these underneath routes. Don't get far with it. Boy, that one, I mean, if I fumbled that ball, I wouldn't even be mad. So I actually jump into U-trips here. Yeah, that's right. I'm taking my touchdown, damn it. We may very well be labbing, and we may very well be putting content out for YouTube. But if I got a chance to win, I'm going to make sure I take advantage of that. So he going to call a cover 3 blitz, which always leaves the streak wide open. 28. The next touchdown that I recall being a defensive one. So this is the end of this game. We get this pick 6 and he calls it a day. Understandably, because you're having a hard time on defense now. He hasn't been able to stop my offense other than that one errant throw. And I started figuring out his offense. As you can see, I started locking him down. So you're going into the fourth quarter down 14 in that situation. If you don't got anything up your sleeve, call it a day, save us both some time. Now this game against Baltimore, this dude, no disrespect, he wasn't that good. Maybe he's a starter or something, but he refused to quit. So this is the reason I was actually able to put the ebook out so quickly, because since he didn't crit, I was able to just basically get a lot of setups or a lot of snaps on film in game. But I'm not gonna spoil it for y'all. But the score in this one gets a little out of hand. So here we go. We're just using a random motion to make it look like something, and that went nowhere. Was that the one that was the toss? Yeah, that was the toss. And you see, I'm gonna take the toss right out of my audibles. Deuces, sayonara, see you later. 3-yard loss over here. I'm starting to feel weird about left bow. His numbers say he's supposed to be the best back on this team, but I feel like Edwards-Hilaire moves better, and I actually usually use Williams. But when you look at Bell's route running and his catching ability, it's like, man, you want him in there. But if I'm going to be using ace close, I might have to put one of the other backs in. Now, this is one where I get that motion corner and take Reek up the field. You see? So like I said, depending on when and where you throw it, and you're only going to throw it there if you have space. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you have to wait till you get to the sideline, and you just possession catch it. If you're at the sideline, please possession catch it. You don't want to have an incompletion because you were being greedy and trying to turn it into 7. Take it from somebody who's done it and still does it every now and again and kicks myself for it. All right, what we got here? Bench. Yes, we do. Are we staying with bench? Yes, we are. I don't remember what I did here. Let's see. Okay, we did the motion over route. The motion over post. How y'all feel about a 25-yard touchdown? Huh? Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Boom. Come on now. Money. I'm telling you, man, you're going to have people spiking the controllers with this offense. I mean, you were going to piss dudes off if you master this offense, man. 14-0. Oh yeah, the defense. But like I said, this guy was a bit of a beginner, so I mean the defense was really just locking him down. I tell you what, this dude actually punched the ball too. He wasn't even going for it on 4th down. He might have once or twice, but he was punting the life out of that ball, man. So here we go. We got the corner. We got the edge with Bell. Now, none of the Kansas City Chiefs running backs are lightning quick, so nobody's taking that one to the house. If I was using Christian McCaffrey, that's a touchdown. But that's neither here nor there. I definitely pass more than I run, so I'm not gonna choose my team based on who the best running back is. I love to have a good running back, and that's why I talk about Oakland a lot, man. I really strongly consider using Oakland primarily. Now this was a throw. First of all, it's a throw out of sack, but I should have never been throwing that. Humphrey head position on Hardman the whole way. I was never catching that ball. So that was a bad read on my part. This is probably going to be the double cross setup because it's begging for a touchdown. Yeah, it is. So this is going to be Mecole. Oh, wait a minute. Yep, there we go. There goes Mecole. And missed. Man, that was a bad pass. But you know what? To be honest, I don't mind it. That's fair because the whole, what is it called? Dash and dead. Yeah, but you can throw on the run. Sometimes it gets out of hand. So you miss one, that's fair. I won't miss the next one anyway. See, and that's it. Like I said, with this offense, at least with these couple gameplays, because I was trying to get all of these bombs recorded for you guys. I mean, I'm just going to the bomb plays over and over and over, and that's not typically how I play. I mean, mind you, it was fun, and who knows? If somebody lets me do it, why not, right? You'll probably get a lot more people quitting games quicker, because sometimes when you try to take it easy and you try to play the whole chess game, games get drawn out a little bit. Like the Pittsburgh game, it'll get drawn out a little bit. But that one got drawn out just because his offense was good. It took me some time to figure it out. Tyreke's open again. But so is Kelsey. See, so this was before I realized that Kelsey was getting wide open up there like that. I actually realized it when I went back and watched. When I hopped back into the lab, because this first game was pre that lab. It was prior to that lab session. To me recording that. But in either case, I mean, we picked up a big game there regardless, and we got another snap. Because if we hit Kelsey, that's a touchdown, and we're not able to show you this nice run. Bell just looks so slow, doesn't he? Yeah, I'm gonna mess around with the other running backs, because the only thing I'm throwing to him out of ace is the wheel route, and it's only every now and again. I do prefer him in U trips because, I mean, the base play, the play that I'm running 90% of the time, features the running back getting out there, right? So I prefer him there for sure. We're going to run this with Patty. Pick up 4 yards or so, I think it was. Yeah. Alright, so we got double cross call. We flipped the play. And what do we got? Let's have a look and see. Alright, 2nd and 6 from the 20. We're going to run for it. Nope. We're passing. No, we are running. We most definitely are running. And we are not getting anywhere. Alright, we got 50 seconds. We take a timeout. Alright, we got plenty of time. 3rd and 8. I'm not even worrying about the down and distance though. I think my mind might have been focused on the end zone from here. Let's see if I'm right. The wheel's always a good look. Oh, see, so motioning over Tyreke here. This one is nice because Tyreke stays on his route. So he's going to get under like cover 3s, the purples and all that stuff. And I tried to hit Kelsey in there. It wasn't the greatest read, but you know, sometimes you can sneak that in, especially with the great tight ends. I was fortunate that that wasn't intercepted probably. Because, yeah, Smith did a good job cutting under that, didn't he? Yeah, I was very fortunate that wasn't intercepted. Alright, so 4th and 8. One last shot for glory. This might be where I smart routed the tight ends on bench. Yeah. So this is actually a good move, guys. Because those out routes do well anyway. So you smart routed and you just give yourself a chance to get these 3rd and 4th downs. So I may very well be doing that more regularly. I will be doing that more regularly, I should say. Mecole running across the front of the defense. Easy, easy, easy. Don't forget to use those shallow crossing routes, dudes. Those are very effective. So 26-0, second half, and I believe we received the rock. Yes, we do. So what are we gonna start with? We see single high safety. I think we're just gonna run it, get on the hash. Is that what we're gonna do? Yeah, these look like, yeah, these are fake audibles. It's a good job cutting inside, but I need to jump back to the outside real fast as soon as I get in there. 3 yards isn't bad though. I mean, if I'm a running team, I'm taking 3 yards all day, and I'll do it again and again and again. But I'm not a running team. I'm gonna put out a nice running scheme out of Denver though. I think y'all gonna like that. Yeah. And nah, it's not strong wing. That's boring. Everybody knows strong wing. It's something that people, I don't know if people are using, but I'll try to get that out this week. So anyway, short side of the field. You know what it is. Hit that PA cross post for the win. Let's do it. That's what now, 35? Oh, 33. You know why? I missed some 2-point conversions. I went for a 2-point conversion because I missed an extra point. That was what happened. So that run went nowhere because I didn't run in the wide open hole to the left. Yeah, I've definitely missed that. But, you know. Alright, 2nd and 9. Essentially 2nd and goal. And boy, I did some. What did I do here? I know how I end up scoring, but I can't remember what I did on like the plays before. Oh, you know what? There we go. If I possession caught it, I would have now been at the 3-yard line. I did not possession catch it, and you step out of bounds. It's silly, but I'm glad I at least was able to show Tyreke getting open over there. He does well against man if you throw him on the break, but he gets underneath purples regardless. So of course we try to run it back again. I like setting this up near the goal line because it's effective. Waited too long. Throw it away. Avoid a sack. 4th and 9. And now I still throw a risky pass here, but we end up getting a touchdown. We're gonna use the shallow routes, the crosses to Tyreke and Mecole. And this time we chose Tyreke, and I mean we just about grabbed it in front of the face of one of these linebackers. And look at Tyreke running over dudes like he's Kittle, like he's George Kittle out here. Little old Tyreke knocking dudes out. All right, so now it's 40-0. I told y'all this guy refused to quit, man. I think we just end up scoring 2 more touchdowns though. It ends up like 52-0. Yeah, I said I wouldn't say, but I mean, it's not all that exciting anymore, is it? And here we go. And y'all know he gonna let me get this over the top if you see what's going on. But do we? Oh no, we took a sack. We should have quick hit Mecole. That was actually a man coverage. We should have quick hit Mecole. But again, these are things you start to pick up, you know, as you're in an offense. You're like, oh, wait a minute, I see what's going on. But when you're trying to get this content and when you're first learning something, you're thinking more than you're reacting. You know what I mean? You're thinking more than you're playing. And what I should be thinking about is down and distance, what's going on in the game, how's it going in the game. Not so much what route's going where, what route do I need to hit. Those need to come natural because there's enough to think about in the game. But look at that. That's one way to get out of a hole. Man, it's like Tyreke's out there running by himself, yo. So let's keep it moving. Man, I don't know how this dude didn't quit from the bomb plays alone. I would get tired of getting beat like this, man. But you know what, too? If he is new to the game, which it appears he's new to the game, because it doesn't appear as though he's just bad. Oh, this motion running back, by the way, y'all gonna start seeing that when I go through some of the progression routes. I use the motion to the running back a good bit. But do you see this to Mecole? That's pretty, right? I know. But yeah, so if he is new to the game, then he's doing a smart thing. Just staying in game, play it right through to the end, and hopefully he's recording, because then that gives him a chance to go back and see what was done to him and learn. This is how you learn. GG LeBlanc 2. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so we can motion out this post. Let's see if we can get this for a touchdown as well. We got time, we got space, we got tackled. But it was a big gain, so we'll take that. And that was cover 3 match. So again, it's 46-0. We're gonna score one more touchdown here, and we're nearing the end of the video, guys. After this touchdown, we'll get into some of the progression stuff. We'll go through one quick gameplay, and then that'll be it. Now, there isn't a lot of post-production in this one. I really just want to hurry up and get it out for y'all. So, like I said, we do got the timestamps. I'm glad I was able to do the commentary. I almost didn't. I almost put this out yesterday without any commentary. But I really do like doing the commentary to let y'all know what I'm thinking, what's going on in my head. Sometimes it makes things a little bit easier. Or some of y'all might have this on mute. Maybe y'all don't want to hear me. Alright, so we just shooting 2 streaks. No, we just shooting a streak at him, and we're gonna see how it goes. And he got space, so we're gonna hit it. So that was a random play. I was really just messing around with bench and the things I've been doing with bench, and figured I'll try to put a streak to the tight end and see how it did. I wanted to streak that tight end and get him in the end zone. So anyway, look, the hitch, the wheel, we drag the tight end and we motion Tyreke over. So you're gonna have reads against every coverage. Like I mentioned before, we're not going to go against every coverage. I just want to show all of these plays once and then get in game because it was very late. But that halfback wheel gets very open against zone. Now this, you already know what it is. 2 underneath routes, 2 corners. I mean, this works. So I'll quick snap that too, especially against man. Kelsey on a trail. This works wonders because you're going to have B, Y, and A. That triangle. Somebody's going to be open. Now with bench, there were a couple setups I used with bench, and they're all really simple. First of all, this play that we use as a bomb play, obviously if you have a look, you got a drag, you got an out route, and you got this wheel. So it's actually a really good progression play as well. And against zones, the wheel's gonna get open. As you saw, we scored a touchdown on the wheel. Was it our first or second touchdown in the game against Pittsburgh? Alright, now the Y route you can do whatever you like with. But having accent be like this, they push up zones, and that out to the tight end is just a free pass. It's a free 5 yards. You can turn it upfield and get more. Turn it upfield and get more. It's the easiest thing in the world. If I suspect cover 3, again, Y is optional. I'll do the exact same thing except I streak X, and this gets the corner open against cover 3. Very open, as a matter of fact. You see there? So these are some of the little progression things that I do, and these will typically get called more than bomb plays, depending on the flow of the game. This is becoming my favorite setup. The first thing I'm looking at is the running back. He gets out quickly, and then I'm looking back to the tight end, and then I'm looking to the deeper routes, typically Tyreke and then Mecole. So if you have a look, the running back, once you motion him on this wheel and he's in this position, he gets out quicker. He's like a flat. So that's very, very hard to cover. But you see that Tyreke's wide open, and Tyreke more often than not needs to be used. So that means you need to have flats out here, and you'll actually see in game he puts flat. The dude puts flats out and uses Tyreke. I won't say anything more. Watch what happens. It's actually a really pretty play. It might be my favorite play, to be honest. Only because I had just learned the route combination and was able to make a perfect read and be patient and make a perfect read. It's really something. So here we go. That's the running back. You gotta hit the running back right there. I guess I was just trying to show the tight end route, but right there, the running back is the read. If they're not covering that, you take it every time. Yeah, and you see, I'm showing this one more than the others. Like I said, I really do like this setup. Look at Tyreke. I really do like the setup. It's probably gonna be the play I use more than any others. So here we go. We're facing Baltimore again. Lover's Nightmare, and I'm gonna show you quickly at the end of this game. Lover's Nightmare is actually ranked 91 in the weekly rankings, so he isn't playing bad. Not like the dude we just finished playing. And now you see I'm doing a better job with the run as well. So you see I cut back on this user there. Yeah, so I was starting to figure out how this run actually is supposed to feel. It's supposed to move, you know. But like I said, I still need to get in the lab with the run and really dissect it. So here you go. Like I said, this is a play that I really want to mess with some. So there you go. You got the running back, and we pick up 15 right here. You see how easy that is? Quick read, get it out, pick up 15 yards, keep it moving. Alright. Now this dude doesn't even know we have about 1 million bomb plays in our back pocket. Because right now we just going through progression plays with him. This is the one, watch this. I'm going to score a touchdown with the running back, and they call a penalty on him. So I actually accept the penalty so that I don't get the touchdown, because I want to take a few more snaps. He was probably wondering what was wrong with me. But I knew I only wanted to play one game. I only wanted to play one game, and to be honest, I was thinking one drive at first. So I accept the penalty. I don't take the touchdown so that I could get in a few more snaps. The life of a content creator, huh? That's funny. All right, so are we going back to the same setup? I don't think so. No, we're gonna do we can do the wheel setup because Kelsey's on that side. Yeah, I was gonna do the wheel setup, and I realized that I was screwed doing it that way. So I just called stretch. I hit the stretch, and then we come up with a better plan. But again, you see the run doesn't look that bad right now. Like, I'm figuring it out. So double cross again, but of course we come out in double cross. That's our base. Okay, so now we're doing the trail route. Oh, I remember what happens here too. I hit B because I'm an idiot, but when I did it, I realized Y was wide open. So I'm actually going to go right back to it and hit Y. So those two are actually tough to contend with, and then most users are gonna move with the first thing that crosses the face, and then you're gonna have Kelsey trailing. He did a good job jumping back to Kelsey, mind you. I don't know if you saw that, but he picked up on Kelsey. But that wasn't my move anyway. We're gonna score off of this zone run, zone weak, bounce it back to the right. So we take a 7-0 now. Alright, so we're going to do the double cross. And we got Hardman open. So you take that. 12 yards. Or 11. Yeah. Alright, going into the second quarter with Lover's Nightmare. So yeah, I'm trying to call the progression plays that that I haven't called, or setups that I haven't set up yet. And I'm just looking at his defense and I'm saying, man, I can bomb you at any minute. Oh, so here we go. Remember this now. Kelsey's just a free catch and run. It doesn't get much easier than that. Not at all. And this same thing works on those wheel switch plays where the wheel goes outside and then the S post comes inside. Put something on an out route going where they're leaving from, and it's just wide open. Why out? Matter of fact, why out in U-trips? That's why that works so well. All right, what are we doing? We're not setting up a bomb. We sure are. I didn't even realize I bombed this guy. Oh well. Oh, I got intercepted too. That's what I get. I let it go too early. I had to give Rico another second there. I passed it too early. So I actually went behind here, 14-7. Sure, he was feeling good too, because I think I might have received the ball too. Did I? I can't remember. But anyway, I wasn't too concerned. We got tackled for a loss of 1. All right, now let's go set up our offense and see if we can get back in the game. Oh yeah, we trying to bomb dude for sure. And now he goes with the bomb, so it looks like somebody's wide open underneath. I'll absolutely take that. That's still what, a 30-yard gain? 32? Something like that. There we go. Yeah, I know I love this play. I don't have to keep saying it. But watch, he takes Tyreke, and look, your boy's paying attention. Mecole is open. I'll tell you what's funny. Because they gave me the opportunity to celebrate there, and I never paid any mind. I just know that the icon pops up. I thought he rolled into the end zone. So I'm looking and I'm saying, why are they suggesting that I go wide too? What's going on here? No, I'm just gonna kick it. That's not necessary. But then I realized I was at the 1 yard line and he didn't roll in. I don't know why they want me to celebrate. Man, these guys out here celebrate so much today. I guess the game has to mirror that. I'm not celebrating, man. Get in the end zone. Here we go. Now let's go back to work. We down here losing. Talking about celebrating. Sorry. Celebrating when you're losing. What happens if they did a goal line stand? Okay, here's that Lamar Jackson defense, y'all. So all we do, we still come out in 4-6 normal speed package, cover 1, and we audible to the right for bear. Yeah, 4-6 bear, cover 1. I literally make no adjustments. Now my user ends up being manned up on somebody, so I follow him if he moves as he's going to here. But other than that, I make no adjustments. I don't QB spy, I don't QB contain, I don't crash in, I don't crash out. But it gives Lamar hell every single time. I'm telling y'all, I got gameplay of it. Some of y'all was rocking with me when I did the gameplay where I had I think it was 6 games where I was in 4-6, and 1 or 2 of the games I was up against Lamar and we just dominated him. So I'll put a link to that in the description for those of y'all who haven't seen it, and you'll see I'm using this same thing. This was maybe 2 months ago now, and it still works. Right? This is legit. It works. So we're at the end of the video now, fellas. Thanks a lot. Thanks for rocking with me. We're gonna keep it coming. Give them hell.